boo, boo, boo. Welcome to the Entrepreneurial Student podcast. Hi, namhlanje we have ZANE. ZANE is political in nature. But okay, I'll allow him to introduce himself. Welcome, sir.
Wembatha mfowethu insizwe yenye. Igama nguZane, fani ngumncamo. I'm the friend of the poor, the friend of the children of the working class, friend of the dreamers.
Hi.
And the friend of every revolutionary who's trying to change the status quo.
Yeah. Hi. Me, I'm officially your friend now. I'm not sure. With these or we will be still in the same Cartesian plane. But okay, let's take it to the world. I love starting this thing, man, with a simple thing as a penny for your thoughts. Lento stems from another lady who always see me and be like, but I'm willing to give you a penny to give me a thought. To carry on my day, carry on for the rest of my life. So now we are asking, give these people of ours a penny for your thoughts.
Hey, but there's a lot. As a political activist, we have to analyze, how the structure of the societies is made, the fabric or the design of our society. And currently the society is not balanced. The fundamental part or the core, what brings the society together is shaky. I'll start with the government. Really, we live in a society, 25 odd to 30 years into democracy. We've got issues of electricity, got issues of water. It's appalling, but
and we are celebrating.
And we are celebrating that. We've got people, guys like you and me, who come out of these systems, educational systems. Maybe we are fortunate to be working.
Yeah.
But there are people who are out there, who were promised a dream, but still they can't attain it because the social structure is not conducive for a black child, to prosper, let alone security and stability. That is why you've got cases of young men. I think within the world we're the highest of people who commit suicide. And you think, where is that coming from? When you've got leaders at the national level that will allow such things to find expression within our communities. High crime rate, but it's things that we can't tolerate, but they find expression and they are normalized.
Yeah, because it's what we live. But again, for a person who is living in this reality you just outlined to us, what is that message you have? Now, I see you, whoever, but carry this message with you, and ye shall survive the troubles of this world.
But I'll draw from the words of the great Steve Biko, who once said that black men, you are on your own. As soon as the black community we adopt that attitude, that for us to make this thing work, we will need to formalize some sort of a working mechanism. We need to organize ourselves. We need to understand that this system is not favorable to us.
Yeah.
It was never designed for us. Therefore, we need to design our system that will work for a black child. From a macro level, a family structure, to a macro level, knowing that we've got system in place that will favor the prosperity of a black child in the native land of their forefathers. So that is what they must know, that they need to learn to fend for themselves. They need to remain strong, and they need to know that the future of the next 400 years in their family line lies within the decision they make today. Yeah.
And I love that point that you ended with, Uguti. The future of their family line lies on what they do today. That's a very critical point because it covers a lot let's say, the family part of it. Tiwa, the charity begins at home. Before you try to be a revolutionary out there and gather the hearts of masses, if everyone were to go home and sort out the matters of their home, we will have a healthy community, a functional community. And as a result of a functional community, we have a functional society and a broader perspective. Because everyone is taking care of the home. And all problems start from home. The home becomes an unconducive place for you. You live and go out and destroy further.
Yes, true.
I really love those points, and I trust that my community and our community, not to own the community, which they will withdraw from the worldliness and be like, ZANE has just gave us this. Can we just focus on this point of taking care of the present within our family space to rectify the matters of the future? Because guaranteed, whatever we input will be the outcome of the tomorrow. And it's scary looking at what we inputting. I'm scared of the next 5 years. I'm scared of the next 10 years. And I really appreciate you for your thoughts. So since we met in the spaces of university, I want to take you to that space because this was initially created for that community. Guys, you left home. Naima Nicho ngesixhosa.
Semagoli. Sozama impilo manje.
Emagoli.
Mntakwethu.
Nibuya ne-information. And then nibuya negolide. Yabo. So it is to conscientize the very same person who left home with an idea or a problem that was pending. No, mangibuya lapha, I need to fix this. And this is my intent. How does one maneuver in that space from your observation?
But in my own observation or perception, education is very tricky. Especially the one that we are given in universities, in these institutions.
Yeah.
You must remember, education can also be used as a mechanism to hypnotize or to manage people and direct them to a certain direction. Remember, when we are sent into these institutions, we are sent by our families with the hope that we are going to come back and better the situation
at home.
But however, when we go there, we do not only learn the profession that we are going to there to learn. We also learn the culture of a white man, because we are taught, number one, in a language that is foreign. There's a power in a language. Language is not only a symbol of communication, but it also carries with a culture. Because you act in a certain manner.
You can't make a joke.
Yes. And also we are taught ideas, hegemonic ideas, that when you go back to our society, when I speak as ZANE, just because I went to a university, people will listen. And I cannot say something wrong. Hence, our culture has been diluted in a manner in which it is. I don't want to delve deep, because when I question some of the things, hegemonic ideas, that they find its way within our ranks amongst black people that are Western, I'll be vilified. But there are values, hegemonic ideas that are not in line with who we are, that have diluted our culture of Ubuntu and how we do things. Now, yes, there are things that are good in the education system that we get, but it stems from a person. How do you use
the very same
what you have got? Me, I'm a political person. I love my society. I love my people. I am black. Black, I don't mean South African. I am black. Black, I am African. And I carry those values with me. And when I go home, I know that I've got capacity to better, in a way, form, shape, or size, no matter the size, the community that I come from.
Yeah.
But because there are strong systems that are put in place, I'm just a drop in an ocean. I don't have resources. I don't have, the fuel for me to get from, for crying out loud, but I don't have a car.
Imagine.
A car.
Now my ideas here.
I need to go to speak to
A
people.
B.
I can organize people. I am trained to do that. I need to speak to people. I need to call people to assemble them, to inspire them, or rather to sell them a different idea, to hegemonize and popularize it.
Eish.
That is going to get back Mnyama to have a pride, to have Ubuntu. Obviously, that is going to be molded in a way that is going to work in this system that is oppressing our people, because we still practicing Ubuntu, but Ubuntu is a very same principle that does not find expression in this system that
therefore it's keeping us hungry.
It oppresses us. It makes us hungry. We live like rats, Mbasa, from hand to mouth. We've got people dying, bangenanto. I've heard, I don't know who was speaking about this thing, that Umamu Miriam Makeba died on stage because he had to work so that he can pay rent, buy food. It cannot be.
After struggling.
It cannot be. It was a good, I don't care what people can say about that guy. I won't mention his name. But it is those ideas and how we need to sit down as a black community, organize ourselves, craft an economic system that is going to work with us, challenge the powers that be, obviously in a constructive way.
Yeah.
We don't want to fight with anyone. We don't, impi is expensive. There's a song that says, they are not lying, those comrades. People die. So you don't want to be a leader that leads people to their death, or to lead your community on its death. So you must move with the system. What's the thing? We cut the system.
Full it.
Here and there. And but you'll get there. So long we have created a belief, created a pride within your people, even if you don't have anything. But if you believe on one goal and heartedly it's here, you will achieve it. It might take a day, it might take 10 years, it might take 2 generations. But if you believe in an idea and you're willing to stand for it, you will achieve it.
Those are powerful words when I ZANE, and I really commend Uti. You actually pay so much attention to a point of which you are not really consumed by the fact that I'm at a better place. Because I know this and I know how to maneuver myself. But you took it upon yourself with this is a bigger task. It's community and it's beyond my capacity, man. And it's the finer things, man, that are actually messing up this whole thing that we're trying to do. Leading people to death is not the ideal leadership. Because even the enemy, I will call it the enemy because it's against the majority. It doesn't kill you. It doesn't want to kill you. But it wants to be able to control you. You understand? So death,
so long
death is not the solution.
Yes.
They might put things inside you, but they don't want to kill you. Put this thing inside them so that they are conformative or they conform to our standard.
Just feed them enough so that they don't revolt. Just keep them in check, keep them in balance. Then we make money. Pay them enough to come back to work, to buy food, maybe shoes for the kids.
Once upon a time.
Give them fear of losing their jobs, of not able to doing that. That's how you manage people. So we need to break out from that cycle, but Hence the importance of creating an economic system that we are going to be able to control it. And force ourselves, obviously we'll start small.
Yeah.
You won't build an empire on a day, but you will start small. You fight to own one sector on the market. What's this thing? Value chain. Yeah. That, hey guys, not we want to eat. We're tired of eating scraps, and we're going to work together. Don't worry, but give us this. Let us monopolize this the production of this product. Yeah, then it is known that community or that people, they produce this, and we don't enter there. Then after 5 years, 10 years, when we have what's this thing?
Covered ground or whatever.
When we have perfected what we are doing, we seek to gain more. Bit by bit, we're not fighting anyone. We're not saying that people must starve, other groups of people must starve. We're saying that no, we have starved enough. We've been your slaves for far too long. We've been smoking drugs, we've been smoking dacha. We're tired of doing that now. We've been doing crime. We just want to be people. We just want to be respected. And we need that. And if you don't give us that, everything will stand still. I mean, we don't want, if we won't eat, if you can't get anything from that, there's no need to baskab. We just want to
because
what the majority
enough.
Yes, we are starving already. So if Kabisita, everyone starves, we don't care, we die. Because we are dying already. We are poor, we are dying already, when we are dying silently. Because why we are not organized.
Seems like,
and we want to act as if we are fine, we want to spend money we don't have, and all of that. And when reality hits us, we hang ourselves, we act crazy, we act like we are crazy, we start doing crime, we start doing funny things, and we don't know that we are not only jeopardizing ourselves, but the lineage of our family lines, our kids, abachana bethu and all of that. We are failing all of that because of we failed to organize ourselves to create a society that is going to demand something that is meaningful, that is going to grow our value, man, within the society. Because impilo yomuntu omnyama, brother, is very cheap.
Too long, ne?
It's very cheap.
And
it's very, but we are very cheap. I can tell you now, we are not respected, and we don't respect each other. As soon as I make it out of Ikas and all of, I'm poor, brother. I even go. But as soon as I make it out of,
you feel better.
I feel better, and I feel bad. Those ones. And I can even kick the letter. I can even kick the letter.
The seats are reserved.
Yes. And you reserve them for what? For white friends. In the table that you have built for yourself.
Yeah. Because now you wanna take it to the next level. And you taking to the next level, there's no extra seats for a type like you.
Yes. Bazawundenza ngathi sibamnyama, bazawundenza bazanhlaza. Kuma nezani ba
sikhule man lento le udlala emaqhaphozini. But you are trying to catch labo shopshobi, ne? Labo fish abancinci. Bese umuntu nje yafaka itshi kube dunge. So you coming into that reserved space, zoyidunga manje lento engibhizi ngayo man, suka la. It's that kind of feeling which siyadungelana more than ngikufake. Ngibone ngathi uzoyidunga lento, and we operate from a really limited perspective. About this thing of yours of saying we must create a systematic way. I think that's what we've been failing to do. We don't understand to fight a system, you must come up with a better system.
And this
a
game
more
of talking,
conducive system that is favorable to you. Because manje, it's like a system against a system. But if you don't have a system that is gonna fight or top up this system, it's useless. Sizoyikhuluma kanje and bring it down. But a great leader, there is no room for vacants. Nature fills up that space. So if we are willing to destroy this system, but not replace it with a certain system,
exactly, that's the point.
So we need to build.
Exactly. Because You hear people saying that, hey, asbafuni,
Yeah.
hey, they must go. They're going, then who is capable of doing, who is going to do? We must be practical in our approach.
Yeah.
This thing of us, I'll put even myself
Yeah.
in, but now I have a different mindset, very different.
No, we'll
Of
get to
speaking
that.
a lot, we must be practical. We must be practical
Yeah.
in doing. Yeah,
No, it's like-
we must learn to get our hands dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ukuthi mfethu in a society there are functions for everyone. Yabo. As the talkative one, you have the ability to arise the quiet being in everyone. Basically, those who are practical, take them whilst they are still aroused. Yabo. UZANE useyidlalile indima yakhe. But wena who is more practical, take them manje because they are above the system. Sebesukile kuyo. They are aroused by uZANE. It's a balance of roles. With okay, this one is good in this, let him do this. This one is good in this, let him do this. Mhlambe mfethu, I'm just gonna turn this volume down, because hey,
alright, let's go.
yeah, says Pagamil, and mhlambe we might miss the simple points. Me, I love in getting to understand the human behind the doing, the human behind the talking. How does uZANE get to this point of seeing things kanji? Because I believe we are different, and someone is walking the very same steps as you, but it doesn't know that you end up sitting in this seat.
Yo, brother, you are asking a very personal question. I'll give you an answer.
Yeah.
I mean, you are better. I'll give
And
you
the
my
way.
friend. Don't worry. I can. Now I'm mature. Look, growing up, I believe I was raised by the community.
Yeah.
I'm a children of a community. I grew up under Mumkul's house, my older sister's mom.
Oh.
And there I was treated like a son. The community treated me as a person from there.
Umuntu oqhamuka esayidini.
Even if they knew. So even going to Joburg with my mom, umama uhlala eGoli and mama, she's a lady, yabo. I don't want to, yeah, but she lives a life. And I love her. I love her. But I was raised by a community.
Yeah.
Yabo. And if those people should have chosen to say bye, suko to gelapha wena and all of that, when they have said bye no and all of that, I would have felt that, and it would have done a lot of damage on my confidence. Look at me now, I'm buzzing in confidence.
I'm buzzy.
Because of the community that I came from, and I understood. I saw how people were neglected. I saw how families were damaged. I saw how parents, mothers struggled to raise their young ones. They are my peers.
Yeah.
And I saw how people went to drugs, not by wanting, went to crime, drop out of schools, not by their choice, but the situation led them into doing that. Fortunately, umnandagangwa by the community.
Yeah.
So mine is to create a community that is conducive for a person to at least live their lives, chase their dreams, achieve them. And, we create and we break the cycle of poverty, a cycle of, all these social ills, self-hate, self-doubt, and all of that.
Yeah.
Create young men and women who are buzzing in confidence, who are driven, people who are not fazed by these things of social media, of being fake and brother, who are fake. I exist in a fake generation, and I'm not afraid of saying that. Yeah, we're chasing this thing called clout. Clout. They call it clout. We are not real. We are not real. We don't exist in a real world.
And that's
I
disturbing.
aspire. Yes, I aspire to bring that. I aspire to say a person, when I'm standing next to a car, it's mine and I'm 20 years old. And no one will ask me, I'm a girl, where did I get that man?
Yabo.
Because I know everyone in the society can do it. That is the world that I aspire to do.
Yeah.
We can achieve it. It depends on us collectively.
But manje, the collective comes late. Because now collective is like a study of the population. But this thing starts with one. Yabo. You grew up in a community. Ne? The very same community. You just told us with certain people couldn't get out clean or untempered with. it's that part where I'm more interested in with the wiring. What is the conversation you have with yourself? With, oh, bro, I'm sleeping with an empty stomach today, but these are the two options. How does ZANE get? It's like a question of what will ZANE do? That question can only come up because there are alternatives. There's this functionality yakho. Ekwenza wena instinctively ucabange kanje and wenze kanje. And you'll find that in most cases, since there is university and university is so said 1% of the smart black population, you understand?
Yeah, true.
How do you make it to the perceived 1% thinking or capacitated people?
Hey, brother, it's challenging. See, it all goes back to the fundamentals of the society.
Yeah.
If you can't get through to school, a child needs systems in place for them to get through school. You need to have a working mother, a working father. You know, you need to have a loving family. You need to be able to wear uniform and feel confident. It's those small fundamentals. You will be able to do what? To work hard because of I don't care if the family structure you don't want to disappoint parents. Then you would be you'll get to university. I mean, I never went to a model school. I went to a public school, but I was able to be in that 1% that goes there, and I was never smart.
That's what I want, because manje, you are speaking from the perspective of the community. We grew up in the very same community. I grew up in a place whereby these are spoiled brats. They won't make it in life. I'm like, but this guy has everything. Why won't he make it in life? And only to realize late, there's actually too much of something. But if this person was wired in a certain way or thinking, there's what resources in a certain way. Because manje, it's like a blame game.
Yeah, but let's look at it like this, my brother. What is popular? What are the values of our society? What is the culture that is popular? What is the social standard of being well? Are those things aligned with education? Any of them? Why are other people, we're talking about this thing with a friend of mine, want to go to university? You'll find out that person wants to go to university because they want to be free. They want to have a good girlfriend and party and do whatever. You see, what drives a person? What are the values? We don't have that. Because why? We are trapped in these things of Twitter and all of them. Instagram, I don't know them. What trapped was so much vested there because of the reality is unreal. We want to live or exist in a world that is unreal.
You shut down the right person in you to conform to the norm.
You, with the right values, norms, social standard, we create that as a community. And we enforce it to our families. And the only pride you can do for a family is to give them a job. Create a society that can give people jobs so that at least they can be respected by their children. People's children don't respect their parents because they can't put food on the table. ZANE can do a better job.
And I'm willing to give ZANE anything.
I can do a better job than what a parent can do for a child in Sweden, Zakel. I can give nice clothes, airtime, and all of that. Who do you think that kid is going to listen to?
It's
their parents or me?
It's the one who provides.
It's the one who provides.
But if the child is wired,
give the parents. Every family must have a person who's working. At least one person who's working in every family, and it should be the law. And if the government fails to do that, then that government, it's rubber stamped. They are not capacitated to run the country.
They must be replaced.
That is how we should be moving. Practical solutions.
Yeah, no, it's this thing is long, ne? but ke sizoyincenga man. Yeah. And ngiyezwa like we find we are conflicted simply because we feel like we are entitled to this place. Yabo. And manje, anyone who's trying to tamper with this territory, hamba la. But now a greater person is like, hey, me, I come from a scholarship of Africanism. Yabo. I'm conflicted because now I need to gatekeep, yeah. Yet at the same time, I believe like I'm an African. Yabo. How does mhlampe an individual deal with that conflict with
Hey, my brother, that one is a bit complicated.
Yeah.
Look, here we are dealing with scarce resources. I'm being honest.
Yeah. It's economics.
Politics is the study of who gets what, when, and how in relation to scarce resources. So we're dealing with scarce resources, and I'm not going to view or look at it through borders and all of that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to look at it through geographical placement.
Yeah.
But where are you geographically? Tina, we are here in the south tip of Africa.
Yeah.
Abanye base Ntuzu, abanye base Mountfrey, abanye base Kwalanga, and all of that, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Look, there are two things in there. There are forces of relations, or what's this thing? What do you call it in economics or in business? Forces of relations it's fine. I'll explain.
Or capital or whatever.
No. Factors of production.
Factors.
There are factors of production. Yeah. And also there are relations of productions. That's where we are, politics.
Oh, okay.
But who gets tenders? Who gets businesses? How do we trade? When we trade, businesses do they give people more wages?
Yeah.
Wage control.
Also, your concerns
the rights of workers.
Are more about the people.
Yeah. But also these ones who own factors of productions, capital, they can influence people who
speak about for the people.
Yes, who speak for the people.
Yeah.
To make conditions more favorable for them. Why? Because Bapete is finance. They have the economy. Now here, these ones, they have factors of the production, which is they can buy land, machinery, and they buy you to come back tomorrow and all wages, day wages. Yeah. Which we need to get this one, relations, people who are in charge of relations of productions, which is us politicians.
Yeah.
That is why when you vote, you must know that the political party you are voting for, what does it represent? There are people who are capitalist organization. I won't speak about the names of political parties. There are organizations that are capitalist organizations. There are social organizations. There are communist organizations. Now, where you are now, you must seek to look which party that will seek to represent best your interest.
You as a person.
But now we vote with what is popular. We vote with emotions and feelings because we are attached to these political parties. Because our parents were part of these brands, our grandparents. So why would I want to distance myself? But who is living now?
It's you.
It's you. Yeah, but how to guide then your interest is to at least going with the devil that seeks to best interest. Because all of us, but I can tell you now, no one does not have a price, but our price differ.
Yeah.
But abanye bethu isazela sethu sininzi gqitha abanye. Because mina ndingathi ba, hey, my brother, this 100 rand of yours, I can't take it. Please give me 50. Give me 50. Give me 50 rand. For at least unikeze ababantu interest ezithile. I'm not saying I'll do that, but at least in the nesazela, people
you feel.
I feel for the next person because that person is my brother. Okanye they could have been my brother. Okanye they could have been me.
And yet the resources are limited. Therefore,
and also
the 100 rand okwazi ukunyuswa.
And also this thing, man, but we only get money. Our government system, I think we can speak about that. I don't want to, but our government system is just flawed because there are many people with ideas, but there are no structures to give them funding.
Kuningi,
brother. Kuningi.
It comes from a simple question, then it ends up with
because I can feel myself when I'm going out of.
No, I totally understand, and I'm sure even the audience is keeping track. And Babon, okay, this is an open worm. One day, this guy must come back. The program. Then we get to understand, okay, this is how he thinks. Kunalento yayenzeka mhlambe 2016 we are we are part of that generation. Yes. You were part of the faces that were radical. Mhlambe radical even in doing. You were practical. I wouldn't say you were thinking, because in most cases people see you on the ground and being interactive. How would you explain what was happening during that phase and what came out of it?
There's a saying, but that says no one can delay an idea whose time has came.
I think age.
I don't know exactly, but So now what I am saying here is that in a democratic dispensation where the policies say that education must be given for free. To people who are poor, to the poor. Now, it was not being practiced, but fees keep on increasing. And they increased for everyone. Now I'm a son of a woman who's a working class, who forms part of a working class, who only affords a taxi and food and maybe a pocket money for me a month.
Hand to mouth.
Yes. Now, when you are going to tell me that I'm owing 50,000, my brother, 50,000. I've never seen 50,000, let alone 5,000. At that time, and you are telling me I'm owing 50,000 because I want a better future for me and through my education to hopefully better the country.
Imagine.
So we sat as young people and we said, but no, comrades, no more. Inspired by the revolution of Chile, where students went out of class for 3 years. 3 years, my brother.
3 years.
Saying that no one is going to go to class until education is made free. We're inspired by that generation of Chile. So now we sat, I remember there at SSV, Unitas, there's a clubhouse there. We sat there, different student fraternities, and we said, Khalil, I didn't go UG. We said, comrades, we cannot.
There was unity.
Yeah, we cannot keep quiet.
The different faces of politics.
Yes, all of them. We said we cannot sit back when our brothers are being shot at VETS and UJ and UCT and Rhodes. We cannot keep quiet as NMU. So we spoke, and there was a question that was asked, Bana, how far are you willing to go as an individual to make sure that this idea becomes a reality?
You personally?
No, everyone. You personally you must answer.
You must think.
I remember my answer very well. My answer was that until we realize this idea, we make it a reality. If needs be, until we die. I was very juvenile. I was very young. Pumping with energy and passion. We went back and forth with the police and the university for 6 months, and the strike here in NMU was the longest running strike country-wise.
Because bavala.
Yes, bavula kwezinye ilandos. I'm the only. I remember we once fought because other people were saying that no, it must be education for the poor. And us and the student fraternity I represented at the time, I was the chairperson, I remember. I said, no, free education for everyone. And national-wise, there was that thing that says free education for everyone. How we are going to fund it, tax the poor to to fund the education of
The rich.
Or tax the rich to fund the education of the poor. You know why we say free education for everyone? You see, when you and I, when we go to NMU Sifika, we have to apply for NSFAS.
Yeah.
We have to go to student finance.
We
have to stand there and prove how poor we are.
Prove your poverty.
Do you understand the indignity of having to prove how poor you are to a stranger, to a person with an attitude and all of that, who's going to look at you like unamafinyela all over the face? So
we are trying to prove.
And who say you are lying, you have fabricated this thing and all of that. Do you understand the pain of having to fabricate the death of your mother, or that you don't know your mother because of, there's going to say your mother is working party is earning 3.5 at ShopRite. So that is why we're so passionate about that cause, because we understood how personal it was to some of us. Fast forward 2017, I'm the only student in NMU who was expelled for fighting for free education. I was expelled for 2 years, When I came back, I did not even have passion to study, but I wanted to complete my degree because I lost that fire and that edge. I'm the only student who was expelled. And thanks to comrades like Okanyang Nisha and other comrades that are Ovena and who helped me to come back to the system. So that is what we're fighting for, and we understood it at that level. And it's something I don't go around speaking about because I understand I did not do it to get accolades and to. It was a genuine cause.
Even the podcast industry wasn't there.
Yes, it was seriously genuine cause. So I don't speak about it. And it pops up. Hey, this one was once expelled. The generation of this must fight. But it shouldn't be like that. We must not be glorified. And I have a problem with that, of glorifying of leaders and whatnot, because you are making them small gods. They're going to start to think they are special and all of that. It's wrong.
We are putting them above the
it's
other
wrong.
pack.
It's wrong. That is why you've got people who are arrogant. We've got a problem of arrogant leaders in the country. Something is a topic for another day.
Because imagine they translator from that some people now, hey, you are part of the payroll of NMMU.
There were those rumors that you came back. And when I came back, there were conditions that I can't form part of a student fraternity. I can't. Mine is to go to class and to go to my room. I must not be seen anywhere in the event of enemy. I must not be seen anywhere.
You are high risk.
My story, my name must not come up anywhere. I go to your name must not come up. No one must complain about you. Even if you step on, no one must not hear your name. So under those conditions, I was not free. I did not enjoy the student life, and I got interested in other things. And I just wanted to be involved, in social movement. Because I remember we started this thing of ShopRite protests. There was a time where ShopRites were being closed and all of that. We started that as well.
That was during the coming up of the new political party.
Yes, we started that. And no, I think it was long before. I don't know what. Remember, we don't.
Disclose names.
Yeah, I don't want to disclose names, especially political party, because I form part of one, and discipline is a very big thing in my political organization. So
it's very important.
It's very important.
And thank you for keeping that in mind. No man, like during that phase, it might happen. A lot happened, and so many lives changed just because of that small incident. And some people, or the people that you were actually fighting for, their lives continued as per normal. With those benefits and perks.
Hey brother, that time ndimbashe ezilalini kumane kuthiwa hayi kaloku wena ubufuna uba uMandela kodwa hayi vuka Mandela sambe Mandela masambe semasimini kunzima ndimbashile ezilalini. I'm trying something to do.
Hayi Mandela reality ukuthi one mistake
kodwa hayi nanku Steve Biko you're playing
one mistake out of there, it's straight to the trenches.
And it's funny because no one remembers you. Very few people remember you. People you thought they loved you, they won't even touch you.
It was a project.
Hey, brother, they forget you. So whenever, even these aspiring politicians, I see them in universities, but you must, yes, as much as we put the people first, but think about you and your future.
Yeah.
Because when you are dealt with, you'll be dealt with alone.
Isolation.
But I'm not enforcing the spirit of cowardice.
Of individualism.
Yeah. I'm not. That's not me. But always consider, that we might be able to deal with this thing a different way, and try not to be a populist. It might be some of the things that in my younger me that mhlambe ZANE driblisha, and I was involved in funny, not funny things, very revolutionary things. I won't be able to mention names. These are the things that got me expelled and all of that. But I'm not ashamed of that. I know that I have a line, if not a paragraph, in the history books through my contribution.
And in fact, without the documentation of certain things, we miss the abilities. Because through the next person, you see your abilities. Students were actually able to shut down the whole university industry. It's an industry.
We led 10,000 students from here, from South Campus to business chambers.
Imagine
10,000 students. They were white people. Others were just in it for its shame. They thought it was a festival.
Selfies,
It
was freedom to them.
Very young. A group of 21 people. I remember we were 21 here in NMU who were leading the protest. Obviously, others came and joined. But people who structured and planned everything, and we had different views, because others were liberals, others were doing masters. They came with pragmatic arguments. And I'm like, but my brother, time of speaking is gone now. Let's be practical.
We act on the spot now.
4 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up with my cabal. Who had our people. I'm like, it will explain later. You will see when you wake up 8 o'clock, because the only thing you know is to chair meetings and to come here and speak nice English.
It's not the time
now we must work. So I was that person, and it was nice, it was spontaneous, it was necessary. So
everyone, it's like you end up moving with the pack even though you disagreed. Because now this is what us.
Sometimes we had no choice. Sometimes they had no choice. But to follow us.
And you must move like water, man. You say, okay, you see, let's move with it.
Sometimes in those things you don't plan everything. Things just happen spontaneous. You can't plan everything in a strike that you are going to stand there.
And the police will come here.
Because things,
and the what
you won't put a variable.
But
that will happen on the day. There's a lot
of the moment
you
try to do that,
you are wasting time.
You are just wasting time, because things will surely pend in a very opposite way. No, man, we actually commend the contributions. Like, we are here, or certain people are graduating with certain degrees and whatever. They are able to change lives with that. And you might find they used a tool that was accessed 2016. And Nani, this is a
baton.
It's a baton that came from the 76.
We're inspired by another.
If it wasn't documented, if that phase wasn't documented, there's no anything that takes us back. Students were actually capable of this, and studentship is late. Because most of the kids were not in varsity. It was for the posh. High school level, that thing can erupt in high school level. That's alarming. These are high school kids. Tina, we are doing this at a later stage, because that's where we get this liberating education, because now we are putting ourselves into different things. What would you advise an ordinary student coming into university? Blank. I say blank in a sense of even the course they are doing. It's not something that they really wanted to do, but it gave them an opportunity to leave home or leave my community and explore.
Number one, I'll start here. University is not American Pie. It's not how it's documented in the TV series and movies. You are here to work. You will have to work your butt off. You will have to compromise on many activities. And trust me, activities, they come. And if you are a person of activities, you will find yourself not completing what you came here to do. You need to be disciplined and keep your head down, do your work, and try to do something you are passionate in. Just try to make yourself proud, because at the end of the day, it's about you. And you look back 20 years from where you'll be when you were in university, and you'll be proud of the decisions you have made. So try to be a man or a woman who do things, or rather things that you'll be proud of 20 years from now. Yeah.
No, siyabonga mfethu. This has landed well, number one. And since it's documented, I think that's the most important part. One can always revisit. It's for you too. I can go back and reassess my thinking. This is how I was thinking in 2022. And this is how I've changed. I've seen a lot of people that get to the levels they wanted to get, but now there's nothing that can actually show this is how I got here. I think this platform is for that. You as an individual, come back and self-introspect. No, man, this is how I was thinking. And unfortunately, the priors were not documented. And this is just a summary of it. But going to the future, this is what you want to tell yourself. This is the present, because time is continuous. This is what.
So what I'm telling the future myself, I'm China, ZANE. I'm going to fight for us in China. I'm going to fight. It's not going to be an easy one. I've analyzed at least. Now I have the wisdom to know that a lot is going to be difficult. There will be a lot of challenges in the way, but I will try to be disciplined. And it's something that I'm battling with, but I think I'm going to try and fight and get it right, so that we can report a better. We can look back to this moment and have a joy, and I'll be drinking whiskey, because I'm planning to stop drinking now. But then we'll be drinking whiskey, very expensive one, maybe 50 whiskey.
In celebration.
In celebration of the fight, a good fight that we have fought.
No, that's beautiful. And yeah, man, it's a wrap. And thank you very much for coming and
embracing us.
Asibonge baba.